Hello and welcome to another Steps of Sussex channel episode. Today is Saturday the 25th of April 2020 and yesterday on the 24th of April was the pre-hearing trial for the case between Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, and Associated Newspapers, which are the owners of the Mail on Sunday. It was the first hearing in Duchess Meghan's lawsuit against the Mail on Sunday and Associated Newspapers, which took place on Friday the 24th of April and saw the case take one step closer to the full trial, of which we do not have a date set yet. Harry and Meghan were said to have listened in via video link to the hearing, which of course took place virtually due to the outbreak of the current pandemic. Meghan's legal team have described what they feel has been a long-running campaign against the Duchess through intrusive, offensive and untrue stories. Just in case you are not aware, Meghan is suing the Mail on Sunday for printing selected excerpts of a deeply personal private letter she sent to her father in 2018 to, and I quote, manipulate readers. Meghan's lawyers say that this violated privacy, copyright and the data protection laws here in the UK. Sources close to Bazaar.com understand that both Harry and Meghan have been encouraged that truths about the case are starting to come out, though they say so far revelations have only just scratched the surface. Harry and Meghan see today's hearing as a procedural step in a longer legal process. A High Court hearing began at 10:30 a.m. on the 24th local time, and the judge was Mr. Justice Warby, who warned the same normal reporting and contempt of court rules apply to the virtual hearing, which has been witnessed by over 70 interested legal and journalistic parties, including Bazaar.com via Microsoft Teams. And of course that extends to other members of the UK British press as well. Today's strikeout hearing was requested by the tabloid newspapers, who are seeking to have allegations of improper conduct struck from the litigation. The Mail on Sunday and Associated Newspapers is not, however, disputing the allegation that they selectively chose parts of a letter to fit a long-standing narrative in their 2019 world exclusive. Counsel for the Associated Newspapers, the publisher of the Mail on Sunday, told the judge accusations of dishonesty are not relevant in the legal action that Meghan is bringing. Just as a point to mention that earlier this week, Harry and Meghan did indeed write a letter which they sent via email to most of the British tabloid newspapers, such as The Sun, The Mirror, The Mail and The Express, to announce that they will no longer communicate with the publications due to their reporting style and lies. The legal hearing took over 6 hours, and a legal team for the Mail on Sunday chose not to argue against whether 5 articles about Duchess Meghan's letter, 2 in the Mail on Sunday and 3 on the Mail Online, were dishonest. Anthony White QC, which of course means Queen's Counsel, also chose not to argue against an agenda or campaign of intrusive or offensive stories. Instead, Associated Newspapers, the Mail's publisher, claimed that the issues raised were not relevant to the case. The British tabloid, who admitted to having to warn a relationship with Thomas Markle, attempted to strike out the Duchess of Sussex's claim that 9 dishonest articles published in the outlet demonstrate an agenda against her. However, the paper did not object to the argument that the letter sent to her father in August of 2018 was reported through misleading cherry-picked excerpts. David Sherborne, Queen's Counsel for the Duchess, David Sherborne, representing Meghan, said it's the defendant's actions in stirring up, creating this dispute that they use as justification for publishing the contents of the letter. Sherborne added that it would be complete fallacy to dismiss claims that the Mail on Sunday had harassed and manipulated her father simply because she had not been in contact with him. From Meghan's side, documents were released ahead of this pre-trial hearing, which showed from her side that she had not had contact with her father. Meghan is of course seeking damages for alleged misuse of private information, copyright infringement and breach of the Data Protection Act in the UK. Meghan revealed to certain sources that if she were to win the case, that she plans to donate the damages over and above the legal costs to an anti-bullying charity. As a preliminary proceeding, The April the 24th hearing, which was witnessed by the Duke and Duchess from Los Angeles via their Microsoft Teams, was not in the scene for a loud legal argument, but instead a discussion around if any parts of Meghan's case should be removed ahead of the trial. The Mail on Sunday have argued that allegations of dishonesty and malicious intent should be withdrawn. Judge Mr. Justice Warby reserved judgment in the case, and a date has yet to be set on the main trial. During the trial, the Mail on Sunday lawyers argued that it was curious that Meghan claims her father had been harassed, manipulated and exploited by the paper when she hasn't spoken to him to ask if he thought the same. Meghan's legal team admitted she had not spoken to Thomas Markle since the wedding day. Confirmed by other journalists present, Harry and Meghan did indeed dial in to the High Court hearing today from Los Angeles with their lawyer David Sherborne, who is presenting their case to the judge, but they did not feature or appear via video link. Before the final trial date is set, there must also be a disclosure of documents and an exchange of witness statements, presumably from Meghan and her father Thomas Markle on the opposing sides, before the trial can begin. During this pre-trial hearing, the court had been discussing Meghan's love for avocados. The reason? The Mail on Sunday's legal team says its article on how Meghan's favourite avocado snack is fueling human rights abuses, drought and murder, do you remember that one, should not be allowed as part of the privacy case. Meghan's lawyer, David Sherborne, is now speaking, which means somewhere on this Microsoft Teams link, Harry and Meghan are listening in. And of course, I have no idea what the outcome of that conversation was. We are just getting glimpses back via people who attended this pre-trial hearing, making comments on such matters. The time in California, whilst all of this was taking place, was roughly 4 a.m. in the morning. Meghan's legal team also argued that the press has a right to freedom of expression, but the Mail on Sunday was simply seeking to satisfy the curiosity of its readers in the private life of Meghan and her father. There is a difference, the High Court judge was told, between public interest and the public being interested in something. Meghan's legal team argued that the Mail on Sunday were doing the latter in this instance. Meghan's lawyer also told the High Court that the Mail on Sunday was also the publication responsible for harassing Thomas Markle in the first place and exposing him to the world as a royal scammer over those staged paparazzi photographs. Therefore, Meghan claimed to the High Court that the Mail on Sunday actually caused the very dispute between her and her father. Meghan's legal team then went on to explain its claim that the Mail on Sunday intended to portray her in a false and damaging light, which they say deeply shocked and upset Meghan. The High Court was told Associated newspapers had an obvious agenda to publish intrusive or offensive stories. The Mail on Sunday's lawyers were then claiming that they were not dishonest in publishing only parts of Meghan's letter to Thomas Markle because the text of the article did not talk about a letter, extracts of which were published in the story. The High Court hearing was finally finished. The judge, Mr. Justice Warby, is reserving judgment, but it is his ambition to make a decision within the week. Again, I stress this was not the actual trial, but a pre-trial hearing on the Mail on Sunday's request to strike out some of Meghan's claims, which basically means there is now a chance for the court to identify and understand what the real issues are in the dispute and to consider whether they can be narrowed. So there we have it. Those are all of the details that we actually have at this moment in time. When we will get that final date, we do not know, but as soon as I hear anything, I of course will let you know. Please let me know in the comment section below, I know you will, your thoughts on all of this. And I think it's really important to remember to cast our mind back to when Harry and Meghan released those statements, saying that they were going to take this form of legal action on the two separate occasions. And Harry did say that it was not going to be, that they recognised that it was not going to be necessarily the easy way, it wasn't going to be the easy route, but they felt that it was a route that was the right route to take. So if you have enjoyed this video, please give it a big old thumbs up. Don't forget to share on social media, and also do hit the bell so that you know whenever I upload a new video. Also, please do remember to subscribe to the channel. So from me in Shropshire, mwah, to you all, stay safe and goodbye.